people. Welcome to it. What a rush. What a rush. Believe it or not, I'm literally back from picking up my kids from work, but we made it to lunchtime. It is lunchtime learn, and it is lunchtime live, good people, and we're so excited to have you with us. What a rush. But today we have an absolutely amazing person with us today. But before I even jump into that, let me welcome in everybody who is part of the club. Everyone who's joining us from Facebook, everybody who's joining from LinkedIn, everybody who's joining us from Instagram, as well as YouTube. We have the entire family with us here live. So welcome to it. Boo, 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 boo. Welcome to Lunchtime Live, good people. All right, so I'm just waiting for my business partner to join me online. It is hot in Cape Town. I don't know how it is where you are. So in the comments, let me know where you are joining us from, who you are, what's your business, because today's session is going to be fire and more. Fire, fire, fire. I'm really excited about the person who's joining us. She is a Club Shears alum. She's actually somebody who we had the pleasure of working on her business on. And she is really good at what she does. And I don't want to spoil anything. I want to just allow everybody to have the same experience and to be welcome to her at the same time as everybody else. All right. So let's do this. Maggie!
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Hey, everybody. All right. So today I was letting everybody know about Lunchtime Live, what's happening, what's good, and that we are live on Facebook and LinkedIn as well as on YouTube. So just waiting through for everybody to come and drop their comments, whoever is joining us from the different platforms. Let us know where you are joining us from. So I can see Mutabi is live with us from Facebook. Nyaki is live with us from Johannesburg. I'm not lying. And then I am all the way in Cape Tizzy. So let me switch my cameras. Is that better? Yes, perfect. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us on Lunchtime Live. Sorry for the weird start. But today we have Vanessa Bokaza, who is going to be joining us today, and she is a confidence and speaking coach. She is going to be talking to us about the 100k you don't have. For me, is the topic for me. It's the topic for me. I think it's one of the best topics we've had. I think the title is just killing me. Nyaki, what you looking forward to? I was letting people know that we've had the pleasure of working on Vanessa's funnels within the Club She Is agency. For those who don't know that there's a Club She Is agency, will you let them know about that and just a tweak on what we did with Vanessa?
Yeah, so Vanessa's a speaking coach, and so we helped build her sales funnel, and now her community, which is so cool to see that she's got her book club speaking community, which is so awesome. But yeah, we've worked with Vanessa for a long time, helped her with her events, helped her with her ebooks, helped her with her courses. Yeah, and so looking forward to the 100k that you don't have, because I'm looking for that 100k right now.
I think all of us are looking for that 100k. Anybody, the email that we sent out was, do you have 100k right now? Because if you don't, you need to join us in this room. And 100k, you can just go and do this today. If we said, listen, I want to spoil somebody, and you had that 100k to spoil somebody, we want to know. So Vanessa, welcome to it. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Kopano. Hi Nyaki, hi everybody who is joining from all the different platforms. I'm doing great, and I am really thrilled to be here today.
Nice. So Vanessa, we've had the joy of doing different things with you in your business. Question is why? Why would you want to do this to yourself? Why would you want to start a business, Vanessa? Why would you do this to yourself?
I think the idea that I had before I started and now it's so it is so different. So going into it, it really was because speaking changed my career. It catapulted my career in so many different ways. And so the thing is, when you experience something, it's so easy to look at someone else who is where you used to be, and you're like, oh my word, I could help them because I know what it's like to be in that position. I know what it's like to doubt yourself, to doubt the value that you're bringing to the table. And so you mute yourself in conversations and you're watching it happen in real time. And I almost want to kick you under the table and be like, no, you can do it. Just speak. Just do it. Just speak. It's actually okay. And so I realized that me getting the help and experiencing the benefits of it was not just for me. It was actually to ensure that I'm able to help the next person. And that's how I really got into speaking and coaching, especially when it comes to speaking with confidence and building self confidence as well.
Love that. So I'd love to know from you, what was the biggest challenge you faced in your business so far?
Biggest challenge faced in my business, a lot of it is what we're going to be discussing today. But I think one of the things that sometimes still breaks my heart is walking away from things, an idea that I thought was just so amazing, so wonderful. And I think it's going to help so many people. But then it turns out that the needs are completely different. And I'm still holding on to this idea. I'm like, no, but you don't see it. You don't get it. You don't get it. Let me just, have you looked at it from this angle? Have you tried it? And I don't know if you remember from Mean Girls trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. So, and then just letting go and walking away from it. It's still so heartbreaking in different moments. So, yeah,
That is
that's one of the
very,
things that has been really tough for me.
that is heartbreaking. The fact that fetch didn't become a thing, like it's so fetch. It just makes sense. And it didn't happen. So Vanessa, we're going to hand over the stage to you. So please do comment in whichever comment section that you're using. Would love to see and hear what you are saying and where you are joining us from. So Vanessa, the stage is yours. I'm going to load your presentation deck, and as
Perfect. I lost you there, Kopano, but I understand the stage is mine. I want to confirm one thing before I start, just on how interactive the session can be. Kopano, Nyaki.
as interactive as you'd like it to be. We are live with comments. So as soon as you want somebody to comment, let them know that they can comment, and they will comment in the comment section, and we'll let you know if there's any responses, and we'll actually show them on the screen so that you are also able to catch up or keep up with everybody else.
Okay, perfect, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me today. Today we are talking about the 100,000 conversation that you are not having. And the reason why I asked how interactive this is going to be is because we're actually going to calculate it. So if you've joined any of my sessions before, you'll know that it is super interactive, because I think when it comes to theory, it sounds so good. We hear it and we're like, yes, oh my gosh, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to do it. And then when it's time to actually implement it, it becomes a bit challenging. And so we're going to be implementing quite a few things in the session. Okay. So I'm Vanessa Bukasa. I am a qualified chartered accountant, and I've been working in the banking industry for a decade now. I can't believe it's been a decade. And I am super privileged to work with professionals and entrepreneurs when it comes to speaking with confidence and how they can leverage that to move from where you are right now to where you want to be. Because I promise you, in most instances, it's just a few conversations that we need to have. And I am also the proud founder of the You Belong Speakers Club. I see Halalelo is joining from YouTube. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. So, when it comes to speaking with confidence, why does it even matter? Why do we have to do it? Why can your service and your product and the work that you do not just speak for itself? Because I mean, it is good, right? Why can it not just speak for itself? Now, there are three things that speaking with confidence will impact for you. The first one is influence. If you're able to speak and speak quite well and speak with clarity, you will be able to influence people. You can shape decisions, your buyers' decisions, your investors' decisions, your customers' decisions. You can have a lot more conversions and you'll be heard in certain rooms. It also impacts your impact, the impact that you have, the change that you are trying to achieve, the results that you are trying to have, and also make a difference. Because a lot of us are in the positions that we're in, we go into the businesses that we go into, we offer the services that we offer because we truly want to make a difference. But the thing is, if you're doing it in the dark, then nobody can see you. I always think it's like blowing kisses to people in the dark. It's like winking to people in the dark. You might know what you're doing, but because we don't know at all, we don't see you, we don't hear from you, we cannot actually experience the change, the results, or the difference you are trying to bring into the world. And then finally, what we are here for is the income. The better you speak, the better you can negotiate, the better your income, the better the rates that you provide to your clients, the more premium clients that you attract. And if you are also in the corporate space, you can get promoted a lot easier just by speaking. I mean, how many times do we see people who have half our qualifications, who know half as much as we do, who do work half as good as what we do, but they get the positions, they get the promotions, they get the recognition, they get the clients, they get the deals. And that is because they're able to position themselves better through speaking. So today's focus, we are going to be auditing how you're speaking, especially if it hasn't been up to standard, how you're speaking or your silence has been costing you. And we're literally going to look at January, okay? And then after that, what can you do about it? Because it's great to know what the problem is, but what can we actually do about it so that we can stop leaving money on the table purely because we're not having certain conversations? Okay, so today is the 23rd of January. We are almost a full month into 2026, and we're going to see what your January silence has cost you. So where you are, I'd love for you to take out a piece of paper or have your phone where you can take a few notes. And I want you to write down 3 times this January where you stayed quiet, where you look back and you're thinking, I should have had the conversation. And this can be a price that you did not raise. You know you're supposed to be raising your prices, but you haven't raised it. A quote that you lowered before you sent out because you don't want to come across as too much. You don't want to quote them so high that they don't call you again. And so you lowered that quote. A boundary that you didn't set with a demanding client. And now it cost you extra hours doing all this free work. So there was no return on that investment. A pitch that you didn't make. So there was an opportunity, but you didn't pursue it. A yes that should have been a no, or a conversation that you avoided because it was uncomfortable. This could even be conversations with your team members. So, people who are not providing work up to the standard that is required for your business to be running appropriately. And so now it results in you putting in extra hours when you could be doing something a lot more fruitful with that time just to make up for the substandard job that was done. So write down 3 instances this January where you stayed quiet when you should have been speaking. I see the comment says Vanessa wants to expose us today 100%. Okay, we have to face ourselves in the mirror so that we can make the changes. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Please be as brutally honest as possible.
Vanessa, you know when you say that, while speakers say that silence is quite a powerful tool to use, the fact that you are waiting for us to do this is like,
Kopana, I hope you have your notes ready.
oh
I
my
hope
gosh,
you've written down your
I feel so
scenarios.
exposed. And you know the thing is, I can see the people joining us on Facebook. I can see the people joining us on YouTube, and y'all are quiet. And I'm just like, it's because we know there were moments we were quiet and we weren't supposed to be. So I'm calling everybody out who's watching and saying, listen, there is more than enough of us online right now for us to basically give an answer and say, what were the 3 times in January that you were silent?
Yes.
I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out.
See, is it Halalelo?
Yes.
Says, when it comes to charging a client, responding to an email, I only have to write those 2 down. Awesome. So you've got charging a client, you're probably undercharged, and responding to an email. So maybe there was an opportunity that you just didn't pursue. Write those down. Now, for the scenarios that you have, I want you to put a price. I want you to put a cost next to it. So in your example, Khalalelo, what is the amount that you did not charge that client? And if you had more clients like this in a typical month, let's say in a typical month you have 10 clients like this, what is the real cost? So it will be X amount times X clients to give you the amount. And for the email that you didn't respond to, that opportunity that we left on the table, what was it worth?
Can I please add, Vanessa? For the video that you did not do and post.
Yes.
How much did it cost you? Because I know we're going to hide behind I saw a person, but there's also so many of us that just aren't talking about it even online.
Yep. 100%. Khalila says, yes, I undercharged the client. Oh. Zubaida says, responding to queries, following up, adding additional products. So all those things, we were just leaving money on the table. Write it down and calculate the cost. And once you have that, that gives you an indication of what your January silence tax was. So this is the amount of money that we just threw away. We pushed to the side. We said, no, thank you. I've got more than enough. And we missed out on in January. But the thing is, it doesn't end there, right? Because every time you are undercharging the clients, Every time you are keeping the videos that you could have posted that could have led to conversions, every time you are not pursuing certain opportunities, it actually compounds. So it won't just be January, it's going to be for the whole year. What will 2026 cost you because of your silence? And I'll share my personal experience because I remember when I missed out on a big promotion at work because I completely fumbled an interview. And the biggest review mark that I got in that interview was, you don't even know how to sell yourself. We see the stuff that you do, but you do not even know how to sell yourself. And because of that, we don't know how to really motivate a promotion for you. We can't say we know you. You had to speak about yourself. You had to speak about what you bring to the table and all the things that you have achieved. So I came full of those accomplishments, but I wasn't even able to speak about it. I fumbled myself and I lost at least 400k in that 1 year by losing out on that promotion. And then in the business, definitely undercharging, but sometimes just doing too much. Girl, you're doing way too much. I am charging you for an hour, but I spend like 15 hours just on you. And so because of that undercharging, I was losing a lot of money in the business. So when it comes to what silence has cost us, what lack of boundaries have cost us, what not pursuing certain opportunities have cost us, I know it because I've lived it. And the thing is, when it comes to silence, when it comes to you not speaking with confidence in various instances in your business, silence has a price tag. And guess who's paying it? You are paying it. I know I paid it. I paid a lot. Mutsabi says that video I didn't capture. Yes. Stop watching Blue Hand Timer. Okay. Oh my goodness. And please share in the chat. Keep on sharing all the instances where your silence has actually cost you. Okay. Now, we know that it cost us. We know that it's important to speak with confidence because it will impact different areas, whether it's our influence or the impact or the income that we make. But why do we even stay silent? What is it? What's causing us to remain silent when we should be speaking? And based on the work that I have done with so many clients, based on the work that I have done personally, I've realized that a big part of it is protection. And we feel that we might be protecting ourselves. So if you're in the corporate space, you're thinking, you know what, when I'm silent, then nobody's going to see that I don't know. Nobody's going to see that I'm not good enough. Nobody's going to see that maybe I'm not qualified enough, because we're constantly disqualifying ourselves for various reasons. And we're so scared of speaking and allowing somebody else to potentially see us the same way that we're thinking we're being seen. In difficult situations, in relationships, we sometimes keep silent because we're thinking this is what's going to keep the peace. With our families, in the ways that we're raised, sometimes we keep silent because we want to be the good child, the obedient child, the one that doesn't cause too many issues, the one that is so easygoing, the one that everyone is so proud of because you know what, they're not troublesome. This is the good child. And so a lot of us wear silence as protection. But then you'll come to see that at some point, it's no longer protecting you. It almost becomes like a prison. So, Halalelo, the client that you undercharge, now you're wondering, if I work with this client again for a similar service or product, Will I be able to actually charge the price that reflects the value? And because you're nervous about that, you're almost kept in a prison with that cost. The opportunities that we didn't pursue, now we're wondering, is it too late? Can I still go and speak to them? And now you're kept in a prison once again. So it, as much as it may have started as some sort of protection for yourself, it actually goes and keeps you trapped. Nelly says imposter syndrome, 100%. Thinking that you're not qualified enough, thinking that you're not smart enough, and somehow you're going to be exposed. And so you keep quiet, because if you keep quiet, I mean, there's still the benefits of the doubt. But the thing is, your business, and even if you're in the professional space, that profession, it needs you to be heard, because you are the champion of your products. You are the champion of your services. You are the champion of your insights, your contributions, your perspectives, and everything that you bring to the table. You are the champion of it. And so, because your business needs for you to be heard, I'd love to introduce my voice framework that will help to take you from where you are, where we have stayed silent in so many situations, to learning to speak with confidence so that we can be that champion for our business. So I want to introduce the voice framework. This is a framework that I put together after years, okay, of having to learn to work on my own speaking, on my own communication, of studying, of going on courses, of coaching, of seeing what actually works. All of that has been put together in this voice framework. So we're going to start with V. And V is all about valuing your voice and valuing it first. Because I think so many times we're hoping somebody else will come and say, actually, you are good enough. You know what you're doing, the work that you're doing, the products, the services, this is so amazing. You should keep doing it. But when we don't hear it, we almost then invalidate everything. We invalidate the value. But you have to value your contribution, your voice, and everything that you bring to the table first. And you have to value it now. So it's not only when you hit 100,000 subscribers. It's not only when you make 2 million rand. It's not only when you are validated on certain platforms. It has value right now. Right now, it has value. And when you speak like it has value, we feel it. When you act like it has value, we see it. So first thing, you're going to learn to value your voice. The second thing is for you to own your presence. I love to say that everything about you speaks, from the way that you walk into presentations with your clients, from the way that you speak about your product on social media. Everything about you speaks, and you can own that presence. I think it was Mutsabi who said that video I didn't capture. The thing is, we are not going to accept invoices from the shadows, Mutsabi. We need to see you so that we can connect with you. What is your presence saying to us? That's the way that we are building this community. We are building this connection, and then you can invoice us. But we're going to need for your presence to also speak. Number 3 is for you to be intentional with your messaging. When we speak to people, let's get to the point. What is the problem you are solving? What is the desire that you are helping them with? Let's get to the point so that they don't have to do mental gymnastics and mathematics and try to decipher, wait, which part is important for me, which is not. Leave the people that you are speaking to, whether it is your clients, your investors, the people in your professional spaces, leave them feeling like, oh my goodness, Zubaida prepared to speak to me. That was for me. It was so intentional. It spoke to the problem that I have, it spoke to the desires that I have. Be intentional in your messaging. Then we're going to catch the inner critic. You know that voice that's telling you, oh, you're not good enough, don't do it yet, let's just wait a bit. Let's see if these people like it, then maybe we'll go ahead. The one that's saying we're not ready yet. Halalelo, the one that voice inside of you that said, don't yet respond to the email. Let's wait. Are we good enough yet? Are we ready for such a project, for such a collaboration? Hell yeah, you're ready. Do it. Do it. When I catch that voice, girl, when I catch that voice. And then finally, we're going to express ourselves without apology. And this is where the revenue lies. This is where the money is at. So I'm going to focus a little bit on expressing ourselves without apology. And what does it even mean? It means we're not going to disqualify ourselves anymore or our products. You're not going to say, oh, I just do hair. No, I transform. You're not going to say, oh, I just like sometimes help kids to regulate their emotions. No, you're doing so much more than that. So you're not going to downplay yourself anymore. You're not going to apologize for existing anymore. And the value that you bring, everything that you're bringing to the table, you're going to be unapologetic about it. And we're going to hear it in the way that you speak about yourself, about your product, your services, about your profession, everything that has to do with you. You are going to be unapologetic about it. And one of the things you're going to do is to remove certain words where it's like where it's like maybe, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know, will this work for you? You let me know. No, I hope this is okay. No. Because the thing is, when we downplay our authority, of course, we can't make our rates up high. Who's going to pay the rate when you're coming around apologizing for everything? Nobody. So when you erode your authority, you are also decreasing the rate that you can actually charge. Awesome. So now for the next part, what I would love for us to do, and Kopano, I might have to pick on you because I know that you can speak and I will hear you. Okay, so I want for you to pick one of the scenarios that had you silent this January. And if that opportunity came up again in February, how are you responding? But I really want for you to speak it out loud. If it was undercharging a client and this client, you're going back and forth talking about your price and they're contesting and, they're not seeing the value or whatever it is, how would you respond now? Knowing that your voice has value, knowing that what you are going to provide to this client is absolutely worth the price. And that you're not going to apologize about it. This is my price. How would you actually respond? So that's the exercise I want for us to do now. Kopano, I'd love to have you on the screen, and everyone else, please, in the chat, let me know, what would you do differently now? If the same scenario came up again in February and we are not leaving the money behind, what are you doing differently?
I'm scared I might be an angry person. So I always feel like my responses might be angry. I think that's not the issue.
So, Kopano, please tell us about the scenario where you were silent, but looking back now, you're thinking, no, I should have actually spoken. And if that scenario comes up again in February, what are you saying?
The funny thing is, this scenario happens every month, which is a it always happened with billing, and with clients, which is just a conversation about what was done, is it worth the money, you know, that type of stuff. So I think, just hold on, something went wrong. Just do this. Yeah. So I think if the conversation happens again, I'm telling my daughter now she has to say things with her chest.
Oh no,
You
yes.
gotta say it with your chest. So I think I want to say things with my chest without having to feel like I'm being angry, which is drawing very clear lines with people, especially along our value and what it is that we do. Being very clear around this is what we have done, this is how much we charge, and if this is something that you're not going to pay for, we're going to switch off the lights. This is how it is.
Yeah.
You know, and saying it without having to explain. I think we also justify why we're saying things,
Absolutely.
which then I think gives a person like a little in to say, okay, this is not a confident speaker. This is somebody who would, you know, I can write over whatever. So I think that's the thing that I'm just like, okay, when this happens again, my response is actually going to be that this is the price we charge. We delivered the service as promised, and we did a spectacular job at it. If you're not going to pay for it, we will shut it off within the next 14 days. That's it. No questions asked. And I think I'd be very proud of us if we did that. I'd be very proud of myself if we did that. Yeah, I think that would be the one. We don't have to explain our prices. We know what we do, and we offer a very good price for it. So I think raising the prices and just sticking to the price would probably be a February thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the thing is, you don't even lose out, because I think sometimes we're so nervous to have this conversation and say, I'm gonna shut down the lights. Because you think, oh man, I'm gonna miss out on like future revenue. I'm gonna miss, but you haven't even been paying me. You haven't been paying me. And if anything, it's been costing me. It has been costing me. I've been absorbing the cost of you not paying, because the systems that you're using, it costs something. The people doing the work, it costs something. The time that you're putting in it, it costs something. I've been absorbing that cost on your behalf. So us cutting off the lights, I'm actually going to make money now.
Yeah, I'm going to
I can
recoup some of my
allocate
money.
it elsewhere.
Yeah, very, very true. I needed that. Thank you, Vanessa. Do I owe you for a therapy session?
Let's talk. Thank you so much for that, Kopano. I have a few examples, and you know, this is probably quite similar to the pricing that we were talking about just now, where the conversation that we may have previously had, where we are apologetic, we're downplaying, we're softening it because we don't want to lose the client. We don't want to come across as mean or as tough. And so you might say, oh, I hope this is okay. You know, my rate is this for this project. I know it might seem like a lot, but I have so much experience. I really think I can add value. Let me know if this works for you, or can we discuss? You can see from that there is a lot of explaining. There is a lot of trying to motivate why this person should pay for the service. You know, there's a quote that I heard not so long ago from, what's his name, Monroe Golden, yes. And he said that when somebody says that your services are expensive, it doesn't mean that your service is expensive. It means that it is out of their budget, which is a difference. So your service is not expensive, it's out of their budget, because that money they would have spent it. But they haven't gotten to the point where they're feeling that they need to spend it on your service. So it's not a reflection of you. It's not a reflection of your service or it being too expensive. It's more a reflection of them and where they are at. Giselle says, I'm being called out on being apologetic. Oh, I hear you. And I think it's because we want to come across as kind, but it's actually not kind. And we're not trying to be nice anymore. Nice is not good. Kind is good, yes, but a kind means that you're direct, that you are clear. So saying my rate for the project is X. We'll do one more example, and this is on the boundaries conversations. Something that we would previously say, oh, I'm so sorry, but I really can't take additional work on right now. I know you're in a bind, you're so busy, and I feel terrible for saying no, but I'm just completely swamped. Maybe I can help you next month. I'm really sorry. Can you hear how many times we're saying sorry? We are apologizing for everything. Meanwhile, it's not like I signed up for this and now I'm letting you down. No. So, what exactly am I sorry for? You've asked for additional work, and I need to set a boundary because right now I don't have that capacity. And so to say, I can't or I won't take that on right now. I can help in March though, because the timelines will shift. As you can hear, no apology. It's a clear boundary, and you're also giving them an alternative. So you're not just saying, no, I'm not going to do it. You're saying, I can help you when I have capacity, and that's in March. But right now, I can't help you. And really, they are not. Yes. Matavi says, there's a saying that goes, they aren't the target. If you can't afford me, you're not my target market. Oh, wonderful. Okay, great. So you can see when we use the framework, when we make use of the voice framework, we actually go from constantly apologizing, rambling, softening, downplaying, almost asking for permission, making ourselves small, to being very clear in our communication, to being direct, which is kind. Being direct is kind. To being confident, meaning you trust what you are saying and you trust yourself to deliver it. Non negotiable, this is my rate. And if it's not paid in the next 14 days, we are switching off the light. And to taking up space. So one version will cost you money, and that is you playing small and being apologetic. Whereas the other version, where you are taking up space, we see it, we hear it, we feel it when we're in your presence, or even when we're watching your videos. We feel it. The other version is the one that makes you money. And so the list that we made earlier of all the scenarios that cost us money now in January, it was real money. It was real opportunities. But I don't want you to only think of this as missed opportunities. Oh, it was this big thing, this big opportunity, and I completely missed it. I missed the train. I want you to think of the next step and the opportunities and the next level excuse me, as conversations. They are simply conversations. You sharing a video telling us what your business does, that's you having a conversation with us. And then we're your clients. You setting a boundary, that is you having a conversation, and it protects your time so that you can actually do the things that move the needle. You saying yes to an opportunity or pursuing an opportunity, it's a conversation. Calling up Mutabi and saying, listen, I would love to collaborate on this project. Let's talk about it. I'm thinking this, I'm thinking that. This is where we can take it. It is a conversation. Because I think sometimes we think these opportunities or these unicorn or, a star's just going to go across the sky or something, and we just have to catch it. And if we don't catch it, we miss out on it. Have the conversations. That's what it is. Conversations. Letlohonola says, this came at a perfect time. To think that I almost missed this. I'm about to go into this conversation with some people who need my services, and this is going to be useful. Absolutely. Remember, they're the ones who need your service. You are here solving a problem for them. So go in, speak with your chest when it comes to your rate and the value that you're bringing to them. So The conversations that we need to have, most times they don't take that much time. Okay, talking about pricing, it can be 30 seconds. You heard Kopano, she told us, I think, in 15 seconds. This is our rate. If it's not paid in 14 days, we're shutting off the lights. That was quick. Setting a boundary doesn't take long. Introducing yourself, you know, the elevator pitch. This is what I do. This is what I do it for. This is why it matters. It does not even take long. But the cost of you not having these conversations is thousands. That's the thing. It will cost you thousands to not have the conversations. And so February is starting very soon. Okay. Today's the 23rd. February is starting in 8 days, and you can make it different. Remember that list that we went through. You can stop paying that silent tax. You can start making the money now. Okay. Until we reach that 100K. And it's going to be made of the little conversations that we are having all the time. I would love to invite you to join the You Belong Speakers Club, because I know sometimes we're not having the conversations because there are other things that are really holding us back. But in this club, we get to practice the conversations every 2 weeks. We are doing live practice sessions. We have a community of ambitious women who, just like you, we do role plays on your pitches, on the boundaries, but it's really a reflection of where you are right now. So we're actually talking about your experiences. It's not theoretical. And we build the muscle of speaking without apology. We're no longer apologizing for existing. And the investment in this is 650 Rand a month. Now, remember, when it comes to your business, your voice is an asset. Your voice is an asset. And it would be prudent to treat it like that. Treat it like the asset that it is. Use it. Invest in it. Because remember, when you speak with confidence, it will impact the influence that you will have, the impact that you get to make, as well as the income that you get to make. So, your challenge, before you leave today, I really want for you to commit to one conversation that you're going to have in the next 7 days. We know already Shokhonola is about to go knock it out of the park with these potential clients that she's about to speak to, and how you are going to make use of the voice framework. How are you going to value your voice and the contribution before anyone else? How are you going to own your presence? How will you be intentional in your messaging? No fluff, no rambling about, be intentional. How are you going to catch that critic? Even if it speaks, you do it anyway. And how are you going to express yourself without apologizing? I really want for you to commit to having at least one of these conversations in the next 7 days. Okay. Kanisa says, this is so helpful. Closed mouths don't get fed. Oh, couldn't have said it better. Absolutely. Awesome. Let me know in the chat a commitment that you are making within the next 7 days, and how your February and the rest of the year is going to change for you. We're not leaving that 100K on the table anymore. Kupano.
Vanessa, I'm thinking about something. So years ago, when Kanyisa saying closed mouths don't get fed, I think there's so many of us who know strategies, who know things that we should do and can do to grow our income, to grow our business, to get the opportunities we want. But we just don't do it. And we blame it on time, and we blame it on, we can always find ways to fill up space and create
100%.
excuses. So years ago, when I was looking for clients, I used to literally send pitch emails. And even an email is ways that we keep quiet. And like what you're saying, just saying, we can start you off on, maybe we can just try, knowing that you can bring so much more to the table up front.
Yeah.
there's those who come in. I'm looking at a book now. It's about negotiation, and those who come in low, and then those who just say, I could do all of this for you for this much. If they want less, they can say less. But us starting with 5,000, and then we will see where we go. Is part of that confidence that you're speaking about. And I think we all feel so challenged. So we could make a very long list, but if you just say, what is the one thing that you can do? And you say, February, this is my commitment, that this is the one thing that I'm going to do. I think definitely for me, it's going to be reaching out to more people for them to join us. And to just try out, the Klapshia's agency services. I mean, even in the membership now, we're putting up, we're consistent, putting up more content, and really want to get out there so that this community just continues to grow. But it won't grow if we are quiet about just how awesome it is here.
Exactly.
We can't wait for someone else to help us go viral or someone else to share about us. We have to be the ones to be shouting the loudest.
Absolutely. And it goes back to what I mentioned earlier, because at the end of the day, we are the champions of the business, of the ideas, of the product, of the services. So if there is one thing that you can do this month that will challenge you, because I do think it should challenge you. You've been quiet, and you speaking about it will be a challenge. But remember, it is so much like a muscle. So you do that one thing, whether it is posting on social media about it, and not just a poster, not a static post. Talk to us. Let's see your face. Let's see who you are. Speak to us. So whether it is posting about it, whether it's calling a potential client or a prospect and speaking to them, understanding their needs, and then positioning your solution, whether it is pursuing an opportunity and putting yourself out there. I know, for example, with me, I would definitely wait for people to reach out to me and say, "Oh, you know what? We've got this event that we're hosting. We want you to come." Like, it's almost like I'm waiting in my lounge. I'm like, they're gonna find me, okay? They know how awesome I am. They're gonna call me. No, babes, there are many awesome people. Okay, but the people who speak, the people who put themselves out there to say, I see, Kopano, you are planning this retreat. I would love to offer my service. This is what I'm thinking. I know your audience is XYZ. This is what I offer. Let's collaborate. Let's hop on a call. I'd love to hear your thoughts. That's putting yourself out there. It is very uncomfortable. And if Kopano says no, that's fine. When Nyaki's doing her conference, we call Nyaki as well. Hey, Nyaki, I see this conference. And with the same energy, with the same enthusiasm, we are going to keep doing it. You knock on the door until it opens.
Love that.
Yeah.
Last week's session, we said that you keep how do you know you've sent enough emails to your audience? And we said you keep asking until they say no.
Yeah.
Until they've said no, it means that there's a yes hiding somewhere. There's a yes somewhere it's hiding. You keep asking until it's a no. But Vanessa, thank you so much for this conversation. You have made us deal with ourselves. You.
I love it.
It was uncomfortable.
I love it.
It was uncomfortable in like all the best ways. So Matabi is saying, love it, right? Those uncomfortable moments, we really do need them because we need to deal with ourselves. So if you're watching this as a replay, either on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram, or on YouTube, make sure that you head over to the community to get the cheat sheet, which is basically a summary of what happened here today, as well as Vanessa's details. So if you want to become part of Vanessa's community, her membership, so that you can practice to get those words and that confidence out. Khalelelo is also saying thank you so much, because we all know we needed this so much. And Nyaki saying so good.
Love it.
So good.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate you, Vanessa. You are doing absolutely amazing work. And can I please say, I saw the consistency starting from the beginning of the year. Vanessa said 2026 is the year. 2026 is going to be the year is going to see me. 2026 from January 2026 is going to see me. It's going to know my name. We saw the series, we see the work, and you are honestly running with it. You deserve all the success, and we know that by the end of the year, I think I'm trying to nudge Nyaki and be like, let's have an end of year party. But by end of year, there'll be so much that you can celebrate even before then. Another
Absolutely.
one of our alumni, she was saying, the first time we spoke to her, she said, "Congratulations, Happy New Year, well done. She's a really good fellow, all of it for the whole year." And that's my new thing. So congratulations, she's a jolly good fellow. Well done. You did so well. You deserve it. All of the good things for you this year is what we're praying for you and every single one of the club ladies as well. This is a year of big things for all of us. Thank you so much for coming through to Lunch and Learn. I keep saying Lunch and Learn. It is Lunchtime Live. Thank you so much for coming through to Lunchtime Live. The replays will be available and Vanessa will be tagged on all of the replays no matter where you watch. But make sure that you're also part of the community to get the cheat sheet to see what happened. You need to go through that exercise again. Yeah? You need to go and
100%.
see how much your silence is actually costing you in rands and cents. But until next time, beautiful people, thank you so much. We'll be back here, same time, same place, 1 p.m. on a Friday. Thank you so much, Vanessa, and thank you to everybody who's joined us. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.